Well, we could see a lot of rain over the next few days, and it's the possibility of flooding in part that has many concerned about a dammed pond at the Alabama Power Plant in North Mobile County. In that pond, tons of toxic materials. Environmentalists say in the best case scenario, it's a threat to the groundwater. And in the worst case scenario, it's a catastrophe along the lines of the BP oil spill. Tonight, News 5 investigates. The Berry Steam Plant in North Mobile County has been providing electricity for the area for more than 60 years by burning coal. When coal's burned, it leaves behind an ash that's been dumped for decades into a holding pond of sorts that's dammed up to keep it out of the nearby Mobile River.
This picture, too, I think is important because you see how the river wraps around the facility.
Casey Calloway heads the environmental group Mobile Baykeeper. She's concerned about what's in the coal ash pond.
Arsenic, lead, mercury, cadmium, you name it.
And how it's being kept out of the river.
The dam was never made of any kind of significant construction material. It was made of dirt, it was made of a little bit of clay, and it was made with coal ash from the pit itself.
Baykeeper's Kate Kistler took us on a ride on the Mobile River. It's hard to see the coal ash pond, especially through the summer vegetation, but every once in a while, the green berm, the wall of the dam, peeks through.
You know, if there was a clear path, it might take you 10 seconds to walk from the river to the dam. And essentially, behind that is 20 million tons of coal ash and coal ash contaminated water. You got a dirt dam, for all intents and purposes, sitting next to a major river system. It's a scary situation.
An aerial view gives a much better look at the enormity of the pond. It's 600 acres large and 30 feet deep. The concern is that the dam could breach due to flooding or storm surge from a major hurricane.
It could be a wall of mud and muck coming down the Mobile River, and it could taint the whole Mobile Bay. The volume would be 20 times the size of the BP oil disaster in our communities.
That may sound far-fetched, but it's already happened 11 years ago near Kingston, Tennessee, when a dike broke. 1 billion gallons of coal ash slurry were released. The local ecology and economy were decimated. It took 7 years and $1.2 billion to clean it up. That accident and a smaller but similar one in North Carolina in 2014 led the federal government in 2015 to pass a rule ending the practice of using coal ash ponds. The utilities were given a couple of options as to what to do with the existing pits. They could remove the material and transport it to lined landfills inland away from the rivers, or they could basically remove the water from the pits and then cap the existing toxic material in a process known as capping in place. Alabama Power considered removing the sludge and trucking it across Highway 43 to a lined landfill, but ultimately decided on the capping in place option, which it says is 3 to 4 times cheaper. Alabama Power recently raised rates by 3% to help pay for the cap-in-place closure, a process it says will take 13 years and $2 billion to complete. Environmentalists, though, oppose that option. The dangerous elements would remain in an unlined pit, posing a real risk of groundwater contamination. They point to the already capped in place small ash pond at Alabama Power's plant near Gadsden. It looks beautiful, but the company was just fined $250,000 by 8M in May for groundwater contamination. And environmentalists fear a capped pond here still poses a risk of catastrophe from storm surge or flooding breaching the dam. Alabama Power, though, says it's never had a structural failure at any of its ash ponds and that it will be safely covering the pond at the Berry plant and creating a redundant dike system around it. Alabama Power declined an on-air interview for this story but did provide written answers to our questions.